Yes. So, CSC 2022 paper 2 series A question number 9. It is a very nice question. There are two reasons when I say nice particularly word for this question. One, that is for 2022 UPSC kept it very simple and they gave you one more hint. What kind of hint am I talking, that will be discussed in the question. Secondly, if someone mugs up this question, or the way I will do in this question, which is the most foolish way I will ever introduce any question, means I am sure for that UPSC, you take it easy or simple, that I do not know, but it does not have any kind of, yes, it has a presence of brain. When you are in paper, it has a presence of brain, that an aspirant, if he or she can think like this, and now that transgender is also allowed, so he, she and it can think like this, then fine, they appreciate this manner to answer the question. Why am I considering it foolish? Because as a teacher, it has to answer that question, it has no role. So, no subjectivity of knowledge is needed in that case. Yeah, little bit a presence of brain is needed, but then even I would say that we should focus upon the second logic of niceness that I introduced. What kind of second logic of niceness? By this question, we will learn some more things. Sir, why do we need to learn more things? The only reason is in 2025, 2026, they may introduce the difficulty level of this question, right. So, this is what I will suggest you, that you may be with the entire discussion. Length of the video may be quite big, but it is needed for this particular question. Now, how it could be answered in the simplest way, which I do not admire. As a teacher, I do not admire, but yes, same way, at the same time, if I am a student, I would admire that way. What is it? That you have to give only one question as an answer, means only one option as an answer. That means multiple ticks for this option cannot be there, because answer key will reflect a single answer. So, either it can be A, B, C, D, A, B, C or D, any single answer can be there, first point. Second, I would say that if one becomes sure that two answers are not possible, then let us talk about this. 4 raised to 18 is nothing but 2 raised to 36, first point. First point that I am talking is 4 raised to 18, the same can be written as 2 raised to 36, first point. The second point that you are talking about, 8 raised to 12, the same thing, it can be written as 2 raised to 36. If someone does not understand, for the sake of their curiosity, I am writing it 2 raised to 3, and this 2 raised to 3 being gone to the 12 power. So, it will again somehow become to 2 raised to 36. Now, had the answer been 2 raised to 36, then means either 4 raised to 18 was supposed to be ticked as an answer, 8 raised to 12 was supposed to be ticked as an answer. If someone ticks C, he will claim, how can I be wrong if answer is given as D. If someone tells D is true, then other person will say, how can I be wrong, 4 raised to, why not 4 raised to 18. Now, that clearly means these two cannot be an answer. If these two are not the lesser one, then there is no talk of 2 raised to 40. That means there must be a comparison between 2 raised to 36 and 3 raised to 21. If 2 raised to 36 had been answer, no, they are asking the smallest, then 2 raised to 40 is not there in the picture. These two are the only possibilities. Suppose now I am taking 2 raised to 36, 3 raised to 21. If the 2 raised to 36 was an answer, then how can these two be the same? That means there are no chances of 2 raised to 40. Now, if these two could be answer, since they are same they cannot be answer, if it cannot be answer this has to be an answer. This is a presence of brain which a student applies, I will appreciate, but as a teacher I do not appreciate such type of logic. Fine, as a paper UPSC's brain point of view, it is really very appreciable that UPSC wanted you to solve this question in this logic. Fine, as a student I appreciate it. What about next level that I am talking? The only reason you may have observed in previous questions, I used to write options in this way. For deliberate action, I wrote for this particular question options in this manner, so that you could understand it got done by the single slide. Secondly, to understand that question, these two logics are already there. What kind of logic am I talking about? Now we are proceeding. Now be here, leave the pen, pencil, whatever you are sitting with. For some time be with me only and look into the screen or wherever you are going through. See, suppose I told you there can be only, I am again saying length is video's length is little bit greater for this particular, but you will find no part of irrelevant discussion. In any video of mine you will not find such type of any entertainment or discussion. We will discuss whatever is needed to it, needed for the exam point of view. You see, if I say there are 3 numbers, means there are 2 numbers in the world, 3 be somewhere, then you can establish only 3 relations, these 3 only. Yeah, greater than or equal to is also a chance, but no more, no different sign can be used, right? I believe this one point is clear. Now, if I write a raised to m and a raised to n, all these I am talking about natural numbers. These things, the comparison that I am talking about, natural numbers, that means 1 onwards. What is it that I believe you are known about it, but even though if you are not known, later on we shall discuss it. But if I have 2 numbers, I am talking about a greater than or equal to 1 value. A equal to 1 will be a different case for it. Again I am telling, if I put m and n different, there will be some different role. So to make it more clear, let me put it a greater than 1. But these things are true for any natural number you are talking about. Now let us come a raised to m, a raised to n. If base is equal, whichever is greater or smaller depends upon the power. If base is equal, this is one understanding that I have gone through. That means if it is m and n, if m is greater, then a raised to m is going to be greater. If m is smaller, then a raised to this is smaller. Fine, this is one understanding you may have understood. For example, I can take 2 raised to 5 and 2 raised to 6. So anyone can say 2 raised to 5 is lesser because 5 is lesser than 6. This is one clause that we have learned. I believe you are fine with that. What is the second clause I wanted to discuss? It is this. What about base it not same? If base is not same, then there I could compare with the powers. So now I hope you have understood. Now power has to be same. So to compare those values, you could suppose if you are saying 2 and 4 or 2 and 5, whichever is greater, you are able to directly correlate because your power is same. Although in school we did not learn this with that much emphasis about the knowledge, but yeah, somewhere it was hidden well in the discussion by the teacher. You could directly write because your powers were same. Had I kept it here, your this sign would not have worked because the power is not same in this case. Yes, but what about this? Fine, you are true, right? So this is one mechanism that you have gone through first. What about the power is not same, right? And base is not also same. So that means here comes the fallacy of those 2 grounds. Those 2 grounds that I discussed here, that either my base has to be same or my power has to be same. Then only I can reply. What if my power or base are not equal? Right, you would come across such. Then you can do one thing, try to be power with an equal comparison, or base closer to the other number. This is how you can guess. Again, sir, can a question be asked where such relations of that we are going to see later on not be obtained? No, no such question will be asked. Why is it so? Because log table is not allowed in your paper. So, in number system we will discuss how such questions can be answered in otherwise, but why aptitude is restricted towards some knowledge, that we shall see. So, UPSC will never behave with such foolishness with you. Now, what was I supposed to introduce? So, I believe you have understood how this question was subject to be answered. Suppose I take 2 raised to 100 and 3 raised to 50. Now, this is the situation that I was talking, neither my base is equal nor my powers are. So, what will I try to do? I will try to compare my power or base closer to each other. So, in this case I can easily say that let me take this 2 raised to 2 and then 50 out, let me take this 3 raised to 1 then 50 out. Now, my power is same. So, what am I supposed to compare is these two values only. And you already know 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4 and 3 raised to 1 is, that means this is going to be greater, hence I would be writing that this is a greater value. This is one part. Now, we are moving to the question how it could be answered. Again, if these two are 2 raised to 36 and 2 raised to 36, then I have to be sure about what can be the answer, if 2 raised to 36 is answer or not. If 2 raised to 36 is not an answer, then we would discuss about some other value. What about 2 raised to 40? So, since they are asking about smallest, so if I compare from the smallest one only, then why would I need be worried about the higher value, right? So, I would suggest that we should discuss about 2 raised to 36, even though 2 raised to 40 also it can directly jump into the picture, but I will suggest you going with the fundamental, don't do that. What am I talking about? I am saying 2 raised to 36, it can be written as 2 raised to 12 raised to 3, and this I can write 3 raised to 7 raised to 3, right? Okay. So, now what am I worried about is my power is equal, I am in need of comparison between 2 raised to 12 and 3 raised to 7. Fine, although I taught you how the question could be answered by the manner UPSC wanted, but how the difficulty difficulty level can be increased, that we are observing from here. And what is it that I am saying 2 raised to 12 and 3 raised to 7. So, for this part, as a teacher I am recommending this, although it is not needed as an aspirant. 2 raised to 10 1024, you are known to, means you will be known to, or I don't, means you are supposed to be known to. Why is it so? Because the data that you are using is in binary, 1 KB, then MB, then GB, then TB, all those are representing 2 raised to 10. So, every K, that is 10 raised to 3 in some other language, but when you are talking about this, then that is 1024 byte. So, I am talking about 1024, that means 2 raised to 11 is going to be double of this, 2 raised to 48. Paper I am not telling to behave in this way, as a learning part I am telling you to do this way. 2 raised to 11 2048 and 2 raised to 12 when I say 4096 it is going to be. That means 2 raised to 12 had a value of 4096. Then if my 3 raised to 7 exceeds this value, this is going to be lesser, sorry. Or if this does not exceed this value, 3 raised to 7 is going to be the lesser. Now, see, I respect your question if you tell me that sir, we are not known. Oh, we are not known about the value of 3 raised to 7, but you were not even 2157 is I think, but I would say let me not be known about that value also, right. But then even I could easily compare, see 2 raised to 12 is 4096, 3 raised to 7 I am in need of. 3 raised to 7 is going to be the triple time of this value, same way iska triple is here, the triple value is here of this. So that means 3 raised to 7 it is going to be multiple of 3. No matter whether how a greater value I am taking, it cannot exceed beyond 3000. So 7 3s are, it is going to be 21, my this part is going to be 2 only, that means answer is going to be 2 then some 1000 value, 2157 is there I think, but if it is not then even 2 is for sure from here. Now how it can be directly compared? Now can you see 2, 4000 and 2000, of course this value is lesser than that, and if this value is lesser than that I was supposed to take as an answer. Although again I am saying I have kept this video quite lengthy, the only reason is that I could let you have some stuff with this question. We will meet for another videos. Thank you.